Stand by. Roll bumper.
Industry have to say about music. We have the guy who started as a photographer. Pia alikuwa anaimba kwa band kama mjui, lakini now he's one of the most creative directors in the country. He's worked with the likes of Sauti Sol, Timmy T, that you name it. Any musician in Kenya who's the top notch, he has worked with him. Without further ado, please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome for the first time our de facto boss. See what I did there? Enos Olik.
Hey. What's up? Mambo vipi bro? Karibu mzee. Naona pamba.
Umesikia intro? Hiyo ni mshahara yaongezwe.
Pamba lakini pamba.
Nimetra intro.
Shukran.
Hii ni gani? Hii ni Yeezy nini?
It's very expensive.
Hey.
Okay.
Mtumba.
What do you say?
From Mtumba Gikomba.
Yeah.
So na support local talent.
Good stuff.
Plain Kenyan clothes. Oh, sorry.
For sure. But I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
It's my first time.
Karibu man.
I usually don't go to a lot of
Interviews.
Yes,
Yeah.
Because most of the time I'm the one who's behind the camera. Yeah, so sionangi need ya kuja mbele ya camera. Yeah.
Yesterday I was having a conversation with someone kamwambia Enos is going to be on my show. Alafu akaniambia, ani anakujua sana lakini hajaiona sura yako. Like how does it feel to like your name is so big out there, everyone knows the name but they don't know the face?
It's sort of maybe how I came into the industry and maybe how I like keeping it, Because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about the person who's in front of that camera.
Yeah.
So me, majorly my work is behind the camera, and that's where I draw my inspiration.
Sure.
So I'm not fighting. Namtoka hapo mbele. Me, my work is behind, and I let my work show itself.
Perfect.
Okay, now today, Enos, we were discussing, I know you've seen the whole Play Kenyan music, and a lot of people have actually been saying, giving their ideas about how they think the music should be. But what we wanted to highlight today is you're the professionals who work with all these artists. What is your definition of quality music? Because a lot of people have told us, oh, quality music content, quality music sijui HD, sijui 4K, sijui 27K.
Okay. 27K. So when you talk about quality, for me, there's a lot of things that play into that when you say quality. The way I look at it, especially when I'm doing my videos, and for a video to be quality for me, it has to be, first of all, trendy. It has to be relevant to whichever era or true to the song that's happening there. And also, it has to make sense. So most of the time when people talk about quality, people try and digress, and a lot of people get lost in between there. Quality, do I mean, as you're saying, 27K, full HD, 8K official video, and sometimes it's not about that, let me talk about videos. One of the most creative videos, let's say in 2018, you'll be so surprised that it's maybe one of the cheapest videos. I'm talking about, it's one of the examples, a video like for Naiboy, 2-in-1. It's actually very creative, but it's not expensive. Okay, I don't know if it was expensive, but I'd try to think that maybe it's not as expensive if you compare it to other videos, but it's still a quality video in terms of being relative to what's happening right at the moment. It's trendy, and I drive also my inspiration especially when you're trying to submit our music, especially on the international channels, because they usually look at three things. They usually look at, is the artist big? Is the quality of the audio good? And when they say quality, it's not that it's clear or you can hear, like in terms of
mastered properly.
Mastered composition. Is it a banging song? And thirdly, they look at what's the quality of the video. And still, when I say quality of the video, it doesn't matter that it's HD, full HD, 27K. So out of those three things, if 2 out of 3 of those things you've passed 2 out of that three things, then your stuff is quality. You might not be having a very quality video, but your music is quality. in terms of composition and whatever,
Yeah.
and maybe you're a big artist,
Yeah.
so already you can already make it to be played there.
Yeah.
So that's sort of my definition of quality content. It's not about how clear the song is, how well mastered the song is it trending? Is it relevant to what is happening right now? Then that's quality music.
I think you're right. And in relation to that, we saw that when we had a hashtag Play Kenyan Music, and one of our very good friends, social media guru, I saw he was trying to compare like Kenyan music and Nigerian music, and he'd put like a song, the lyrics of a Kenyan song that is deep, then put a Nigerian song that is just nonsense. Like there's no when you look at the composition, it's just like rhyming words that are just, it's just wordplay. And you know, he was just trying to say like how Kenyan music is better, but from what you're saying is that it's about what's trending now. And if that's catchy, that's what people want to hear. Because it's all about entertainment, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's very true. Sometimes, and most of the time, I think when I was trying to do that, it's because that issue came out that you guys are saying play Kenyan music, but your music is not quality. And I think he was coming for a point of trying to defend even ourselves. When you're saying that you don't have quality music, you have very deep lyrics. But sometimes when you put the leverage, maybe people at that particular moment, people just want to have fun. Just people just want to be happy. People just want to sing nothing. Stupid things. So it's a balance. Sometimes that's what people want. Sometimes people want deep content. But now that's the goodness about music and entertainment. Like there's a very wide variety in terms of the people that you can service whatever content that you have. There are people who want crazy stuff. For me, in the evening, if I want to laugh, I just enter DP's Insta story, and I'm like, this guy.
You see this too.
So you cater for everybody, and there's somebody out there who really likes that, and there's somebody who only wants to listen to quotes. So there's a market for everybody, and the cake is very big for everybody to be there.
Absolutely. I think so many people want to hear that so that they can, you know, there's someone who's watching you right now, you inspire them, they're trying to see how they can, you know, penetrate pure director. That's a very interesting question. How long, okay, Nisha Jaji is really interesting. All right, you know, I'm very curious about this. Kutoka uanze career mpaka sahi, how many videos have you actually shot?
I was trying to count that at the office the other day, but I lost track because some of them I wasn't remembering exactly, but I've never counted.
What?
But I don't know. I
think
maybe
200.
I don't know. I don't think I've reached 200. Maybe 100.
Really?
Yes, or maybe less.
Been here a long time.
Yes, but maybe 100 or less.
100,
Sure? Less than 100.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think you've done more.
More, right?
It's because maybe the ones I've done the video for, I've got a lot of airplay. So people, and I always get that every time. Like I meet somebody, is like, yo, what time do you rest? Like when I open TV, I just see your name. But I'm like, okay, how many songs have you seen? It's like, that one for Timmy. It's like after counting 2 songs, like, but unakoga kwa TV sana. But not that many. Maybe the ones that I've done, I've gotten a lot of airplay and something like that. But it might be less than 100, actually.
Fantastic.
And let me ask, like the challenges you get, especially during the shooting, like especially kama it's those kama tuseme la sauti sol ile. Inaitwaje?
Ile ya kushikwa.
Ile ya kushikwa hiyo.
Challenges.
Yeah.
Let me say the challenges that you get infrastructure.
Yeah.
In terms of the way the entertainment industry is built, in terms of structure and system. I can't say it doesn't support our system, but you get like when you're doing Nishike, I think when you're creating the sets, we created the sets the whole night until like 5 a.m. And that because you're shooting the next day. We actually just went and slept for 1 hour, we changed, then we came back shooting from around midday. But so the way our infrastructure is set and the way our system works is there's not enough support in terms of if I need a lot of pre-production time, in terms of accessing things. It is possible, but it's very costly. So our support system doesn't actually support that. It's not a bad thing, but it's just the way we are right now. So there's a lot of hard work that you have to put in before that. And those are some of the challenges. But on the shoot, there's no challenge whatsoever.
Just having fun.
Just most people think it's having fun, but Dicky as ever.
All right, guys. So we're gonna take a short music break because the one.
Welcome back to the show, Kamakawa. This is Switchboard, the hottest and baddest show right now in the 254. Of course, earlier on, before we went on break, we were with Enos Olik. Of course, Manasseh is in the building, Sammy Flinch on the decks. And now, he's one of the most prolific music producers in the country. He's been in the industry for 18 years, worked with most of the amazing artists in the industry. I'm talking about Musyoka mwenyewe, a Kisima Award winner, my friend. You don't just mention someone's name like that. You have to say all his awards.
The Kenyan Dr. Ndle.
The good Kenyan Dr. Andele, that is the man.
Ajua Wakamba watashikanisha hiyo, Wakamba tu.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Musyoka in the building.
Niaje.
Uko poa?
Kabisa.
Karibu mzee.
Pole nimechelewa.
Tulikuwa tunataka kuanza na
Unakuwa
hapo.
fashionable na time no.
Fashionable late.
Ningekuwa hapa 1 hour earlier, lakini jam.
Unataka kutest mic tena?
Jamaa kutoka wapi?
Kiambu County.
Good stuff.
Watu wa Kiambu County, you are well represented ndani ya nyumba. Karibu sana.
Pleasure.
So before you came in, we were just having a very interesting conversation with Enos. We were just talking about quality of music, what determines the quality of the song, and that was really based on the video side aspect of things. So, kidogo, just tell us a little bit just about like what determines quality when it comes to audio.
Okay, in terms of quality, there are usually 2 parameters that I look at: technical quality and creative quality.
Yeah.
So technical quality is definitely how the song is mixed, how the vocals are recorded, where the instruments lie, the quality of instruments used.
Yeah.
Then creative quality is how well the song relates to the intended audience. Yeah.
Great. So we also know that you're just not a music producer.
Yes.
You are a sound engineer.
Yes.
So what other projects do you work on?
As a sound engineer, I mostly do mixing for artists. I've worked on the last album that I've just finished is Elani's album. So so See Color of Love. It's the last project I was working on as I was working on my other album.
Yeah.
Then I've worked on Octopizzo's album, both of his albums.
Next year.
Both all Octopizzo, Papi Chulo. Actually, there's another. Maybe I shouldn't say it.
Yeah, ushasema.
Exclusive, guys. Camera iko wapi? Let's
Forgive me, please. I didn't say that.
Musyoka ametuambia vile inakuwa. So Octopizzo has another album coming. Stick around. Yeah.
Yes. So all his albums, LDPC next year, and that other one.
Yeah.
Then so Sauti Sol's album.
Yeah.
I worked on that also. John Gashui's, Gilad.
Yeah.
I've just finished. I'm working on Had the Band's album also right now.
All right, fantastic. Maybe I wanted you to answer this question in a different way because it's just not about music. You do other things. For those who don't know, I'm an actor, and I got to be part of this project where you actually behind the sound.
Oh, for TV,
yeah,
TV
for TV.
stuff.
So yeah,
It's not really a
what
big.
other things do you do? Apart
I mean,
from
I
music?
do post production for film and television.
Yeah.
So that involves like doing the mixes, recording dialogue, doing sound design and stuff.
Fantastic.
Now, you spoke the names that you've put across. Those are high the people we regard as high-end artists, people who are actually spending on their craft and art.
Yes.
Now, do you think Kenyan artists, because we've been on this topic so long and we want to hear from the back end, do you think artists in Kenya are actually investing in their music?
Yes, they do.
So where is the problem?
The problem is the amount of money they're investing. Yeah. Not in a bad way. It's honestly it's difficult to get funding in this country to work on your project.
Yeah.
We are lucky enough that I've been able to knock a few doors that have opened for me and given me the resources that I need to do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Sometimes not enough, but it gets the thing done. If we can just up our investment rate onto the creative on the creative economy, things will drastically change. Yeah. And that's one thing that has worked for countries like South Africa and Nigeria. Yeah. that's the behind the scene of what people don't know, is that there are very heavy people who invest in Nigerian artists.
That's true.
Yeah.
And also, is that the same thing with, is that also a challenge in the video sector?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And also, as you're saying, when you try and look at it also from the perspective of the artist, I can't spend $1 million bob on a particular project. Let's say for a video, you can't spend $1 million bob on a video and expect to get it back at the same time, because maybe in terms of how the shows are coming, how much they are charging for their shows, so they also have to balance. So also for me, as I push them to also invest on that, I also have to come in a way that I'm understanding also where they're coming from. And also trying to make the best of maybe what we have at the moment and trying to get the best out of it. So I'll actually second him. It's very true, the rate of investing. We need a lot of people also to put in their money, to believe on people, to believe in the artist, so that we build this thing together.
Great. So what we're talking about right here, it's all about the topic of the day, which we actually asked you earlier. The topic of the day is, what do you think we can do to actually improve our music content in Kenya? What can we do to improve our music content in Kenya? That's a question we're going to discuss a bit later. But right now, I want to get more personal, tuwajue vizuri hawa sisi, ndio. Hapa kuna picha tulipost hapa, TBT ya Enos. Na picha ingine ya Musyoka pia, si TBT, lakini pia imeweza. Hapa watu wametuwa comments. So we want to get to know you personally as well.
Yes.
So tuanze huko kwanza tushughulikie madem.
Kuna swali nyeti sana kwanza.
Wacha wanyetue kwanza.
Remember the number to text in case you want to ask Musyoka or Enos Olik any question is 22999. It's free of charge. Now Musyoka, kuna msee aliuliza swali hapa. First of all, ngoja nikutafutie. Kindly ask Musyoka ngoma
Soma kabla uulize kwa sababu
watu
watauliza.
Okay, let me leave that one. I'll try and read it. I think I'm andika sheng. But Enos, yours was simple. Kindly tell us if you're single or not.
And uliza ni dema machali ameuliza.
Namba yake imeisha na
894.
894. Wewe ni Charlie ama dem? Anyway,
wewe ni Charlie ama dem? I am not single. Yes. I've been taken. I'm a nimechukua mtu.
You've taken each other.
I've taken each other, yeah. But I'm always interacting with fans and everybody else, yeah.
Musyoka, yourself?
I hope it's a joke. I was taken 10 years ago.
Oh, fantastic.
Marion Lagat actually is asking, ask Musyoka, how is it working with Bonai at Decimal Records?
Bonai is an excellent business partner and a creative partner too. So when my contract with P-Unit came to an end, when guys decided to pursue their own solo crafts, I decided to, Bonai approached me and he was like, yo, can we continue partnering together and see where we can take the brand and the and the company. So Bonai is my business partner too. So it's like absolutely an amazing person to be with. And looking forward to do a lot of great things with him.
Oh, fantastic.
In the business.
In the business. Question, like how this goes to both of you. How is your normal day like? Probably, how's your normal day like? Ukiamka mpaka jioni.
For me, I mean, I usually wake up every day at 3.
Wow.
3?
Yeah. Every day you mean till Sunday?
But I sleep at 8.
Na watu wengine wanaenda kulala 3.
Sleep at 8.
No, I sleep early and I wake up early. Because I'm not solar powered. I mean, I'm solar powered. So I'm horrible at night. So anything at night is just, it drains me. So 3 o'clock, do what I can do, work, stay with the family up to around maybe 9, go back to work, then hit the gym if I need to, and continue working.
Continue working. Perfectly.
It's pretty much a normal routine. There's nothing extraordinary about it, because most of the time I'm in the studio anyway.
Enos?
It depends. Because most of the times our work, the way it's structured, it's crazy. But normally, let's say I'd wake up at around 6:30. 6:30 or 7 a.m. play with the kid, my son, until like around 8:30 or that. But usually my day starts like from around 10.
Yeah.
Ends at I think around 8 p.m. or 9 p.m.
Oh wow.
So, but in between the day, it depends how my schedule is.
For sure.
If I'm doing a shoot, maybe I'm out doing location scouting. Maybe I'm having meetings. But it's always.
Yeah.
That's
Both
the
of you
routine.
have forgot to tell us how you beat Kenyan traffic. We need to know how you do that. How?
Me, I bike. Me,
Oh, you bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my English.
Me,
Manduthi
I-
gang.
yeah.
Manduthi gang. That's how I've been. Let
Yeah.
me tell you, I was on my way here with a car.
Yeah.
5:10. I just turned back and went to collect the bike.
Yeah.
I've been here. I would have arrived here at 8.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I had to take also Anduthi to come here.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
great. So we've had a very a vibrant music industry for a while. At least maybe in the last couple of years, like the growth is very evident. We can see it. And so this question to you two directly: what are you doing to actually, change the game? What are you doing? What different are you doing? Because there are people who came ahead of you, and there are people maybe you used to work with when umepotelea kwa njia, si ndio? But what are you doing to keep you consistent and to keep you touching the stars?
Okay, on my end, for me personally, I don't believe in changing anything.
Yeah.
I believe in play your part, do your part.
Yeah.
So just keep contributing what you can. Keep studying the market, see where it's heading to, innovate, and just stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'll say that I'm doing something drastic that, it's not like Uber or Airbnb, I don't think music has a destructive. For us, the disruptive technology came 18 years ago with the MP3. What the taxi guys and hotels are going through right now with Uber and the rest.
Yeah.
For us, it happened, when the MP3 came.
Yeah.
So for us, we've always been in that constant, struggle and trying to see where things go. So right now, for us, we are fully digital in the music ecosystem.
Yeah.
The distribution platforms are all digital. Right now, we hardly press any physical copies. Yeah. So the best thing that I can do is just keep making sure that I keep doing quality products, quality music, and just feeding the audience with the right content.
Fantastic.
As for me, and I'll also second what you said in terms of you're not trying to change anything.
Yeah.
You're trying to build on it and also trying to make sure you leave a very good legacy. As for me, this year I decided that I'll work with a lot of upcoming artists. There's some companies that I've partnered with in terms of supporting, especially in terms of financial aid. There's a new bunch of very interesting artists who are coming up. Some of them, I think you're playing a song for Nelly the Goon. I really like his flow. And there's a lot of those upcoming artists with such styles who are coming up, and they just need the support. So I thought I'd partner with some guys who can maybe try and put in money in some projects, and we try and build them up. And that's my vision for 2019, to work with a lot of upcoming artists and try and put them out there. And by doing that, I hope that we'll also build the industry.
Okay, that's amazing. Those are amazing thoughts. Here we call them the Switch for Good promise. So because everyone here has a Switch for Good promise, and it's the difference that you make that is attached to your purpose and your legacy. So the director really wants us to go, but before we go, there's just one question I just want to push in. Like, when did you know of each other? Siku ya kwanza ulisikia Musyoka ilikuwa lini? And when did you first ever hear of Enos and actually see his work or hear of his work?
The first time I heard of Enos, he was a singer.
Correct.
Alikuwa mse waka guitar tu.
Enos was curtain raising for an artist I had signed, Monique Kabuye. So we were launching Monique's album. So Enos was in the band that was performing at that event.
How long ago is this?
2011.
2011.
Yeah.
All right. Great.
X-Files.
Yeah.
The first time I heard of Musyoka, I can't pinpoint the exact time, but I think I was in high school. Yeah.
Where?
I could respect elders.
Respect your elders.
And the stuff he was doing with like Nanonini, and that's the first time I heard about him, and I'd known about him, but when he's saying that time for Akina Monique, those are the very first time I was coming to see him like ndo huyu yani ana exist ndo huyu. But all that time was I just heard about him. Yeah, fantastic. We were just asking Enos earlier that his name is so big, but people don't know his face. Does that happen to you? What
the last 16 years it was like that until I started doing Blaze. Now I can't go to River Road anymore. People like kinafanya nini hapa.
Anyway, let me just a lot of people are showing you guys so much love, loving the show as usual. Tell Musyoka the latest song he produced for Avril is amazing. That's J Rennie. Musyoka is this is who? Ujandika jinako. Remember to tell us your name before we can read your comment. Kuna mtu alikuwa anauliza hapa Enos Olik very fast, ulianza na kamera gani? Kuna msema amesema Musyoka, thank you so much for informing us what Octopizo is up to. Nesbit here from Moranga. And then mtu alikuwa anataka kuuliza kama both of you can mentor someone.
We're always mentoring. I mean, you see, mentorship is not just being with somebody physically and sitting there and seeing what you're doing. It's also just advising somebody, telling them where they're going wrong. Because don't forget that we're also running businesses. And sometimes we get a bit engrossed in the businesses and we don't just have the time to sit with you and, you know, do anything on a one-on-one basis. So for me, I always advise guys, just send an email, we'll respond. If it's right, you know, there's some guys and some emails just come and you're like, honestly, this guy is just joking. And when you get opportunity, when you're doing workshop classes, like in the next 2 weeks, I'll be at the Ongea Summit for 4 days. So if you have any questions to talk about, to ask, you can come visit us at our stand at the Ongea Summit in Sarit.
Fantastic. Us guys are going to be there live as well. No, not live, but we're going to be there recording at the Ongea Summit. We look forward to seeing you there. And those
are 4 days you can of mentorship.
We come to the end of the show, but thank you very much for coming through.